I learned when women, like I don't, guys always talked about makeup and wigs and nails and eyelashes and lipstick. One, you shouldn't be talking about it. Women dress for women. They undress for men. Janice Dickinson said that.
Women dress for women and undress for men.
Yeah.
I wouldn't totally agree with that.
So women dress for women.
Really?
They buy those bags not to impress men. They buy those clothes and they do all of that. Does not attract the bee. A guy, Drake even said it. He goes, yeah, I like that. He said, but I like you with your hair pulled back, boy shorts on. I like you best like that with no makeup. A guy likes women. The ones who like women like women. The ones who they want to enter the women. That's it.
I get that, but a woman dressed very sexy will catch your eye more so than a woman who's dressed kind of mousy.
I would believe that,
right?
If I hadn't been attracted to a Muslim woman who was covered from head to toe and all you saw was her face. I have literally been attracted to people where you don't see their body. So
yeah, but you know something? If the face is not all that pretty and the body makes up for it.
Right. And you can see a silhouette of it. This is what I'm saying.
I suppose.
Like Candace Owens said it. And to me, she was correct in this. No guy wants to see the girl just be around naked the whole time, just advertising. That's the way they look at it. I see it differently. I see girls going, I remember I had a conversation with a friend and I told her, don't do her lips anymore. And she goes, no, just a little bit more. I want it to look like Rihanna. So I said, well, you're not Rihanna. I want it to look like, well, Beyonce has, like I literally heard this come out of her mouth. So these girls are wanting to look like other girls and they are starting to. They are starting to all look alike. The makeup job.
The Kim Kardashian look has become dominant.
It has become
dominant. And honestly, that is the look of a Black woman.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Big ass, like
nice titties.
Yeah, like that is not that is a more of an African body shape,
which has always been
popularized.
It's always been, well, she has made it for.
No, it's not always been embraced. In fact, when you go to the 80s, big asses were not like in fashion like that. It was titties.
You mean in white America?
In mainstream American media, which we have talked about the importance of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
the skinny model,
skinny with the big
cocaine,
with a big boob,
just looking like
Pamela Lee, Pamela Anderson,
Pamela Anderson. But see, that wasn't a model; that was a pinup model. But the model look of the thin Kate Moss look. Kate's a really cool people too. She just born that way. But the skinny hanger looking was this thing. Mm-hmm. But in my culture, a fat ass
was always there.
Always taken over.
And shout out to Luke, who I think brought that to the mainstream.
They saw it and then they didn't understand why they saw it. I just tell you this, just a little bit of history that in some of the colonial times, that's the best way of me saying, in the 1800s, women wore a corset and they wore a bigger bottom bonnet. Right. So the bonnet in the back
looks like a big ass, right?
Right. And even when they wore a bow or something on the back to draw attention to that area, but underneath they were sitting there under fakeness. But in my culture or in the Black culture, it's always been the beauty in the booty.
Right. And I think that once white men like myself actually got to experience that for the first time, they realized like, oh, this is where it's at. Like, fuck all that flat ass shit. This is why the majority of my relationships have always been with Black women.
Right.
Like, I mean, yes, I've dated some Asian, some white, and Spanish, whatever, but my serious relationships.
No one can fault you for having good taste, bro.
That's right. Exactly.
That's anytime people got mad or said something, I go, I don't know why you were mad. Chris Rock said it best. Everyone loves Black men, right? So it's white women love Black men, Black women love Black men. It's always been the thing that got us into a situation. And then one day, you and I are going to have a really deep conversation. I want to think it through about what is racist? What is racist? Can a black person be racist? Paul Mooney had a great stint on it, but I want to get into it and understand it one day.
Or, I mean, I think a more general encompassing statement is what is prejudice?
That's what I think it is, right? What's prejudice?
You know, are you prejudging somebody before you actually meet them based on their appearance?
Do you hate them?
You know, racism has an implication of power and control, which you could say, well, a black person can't be racist because they can't, you know,
make laws.
Yeah, make laws and subjugate white people and so forth.
Or vote in red states.
Right. But at the end of the day, everyone is prejudiced. Everyone says some fucked up shit about another race, whether they're a kid or in their private home or in their thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's always, you know, there's always been ignorance, and there's always been prejudging of people based on how they look.
Yeah. So you can't judge a girl if she don't have a big ass or not. She might have a big heart.
There you go. That's how we're going to end it. John Salley, always a pleasure. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.